Heyo, it's Shanti. Welcome to the Shanti Show. I'm here with.
Mark Jew.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. First and foremost, I want to know about you. I know you're Asian. Can I ask like where are you from and where your folks are from?
Yeah, so my parents are from China. My dad's from Hubei and my mom's from Beijing, and they immigrated to the US in like 19 I forgot which year, 1900s. We'll just leave it
1900.
at that.
I feel
Um,
it. I feel it.
but yeah, so they came and we first like moved to Virginia and they had my older brother here there.
Okay.
He's 6 years older than me, so he's turning
Dope.
25
Dope.
this year. And then they moved to Canton, Michigan, and
Mm.
I grew up there for like 0 to 7, and then when I turned 7, we moved to Ann Arbor, and I've been here ever since.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I do apologize. That was an intrusive question.
No, you're
I
good.
just wanted to know. So you're from like Michigan,
Yeah, I'm from Michigan.
Michigan, like Ann Arbor.
Yep.
Lovely, lovely. I know you know the homie Marielle. How'd you guys meet?
I think we met at a Neutral Zone event,
Way back when.
like
The
in
Nutrizone
20.
days. The Nutrizone days. It had to be the Nutrizone days. Oh my goodness. He's in it. It's already done. I apologize.
Okay.
Um, okay, we'll get to the music. How do you feel as though like I just want to know about like the beginning, like when you decided to start making music. Do you know any instruments, anything like that?
Yeah, so my parents forced me to do piano when I was little.
Lovely,
So
lovely.
I grew up like I was classically trained for like 11 years,
That's beautiful.
and I also did band in middle school and high school. I played
Mm,
clarinet.
that's awesome.
So that was like my background in music. In middle school, my friends dragged me into K-pop, so
Oh, lovely.
I was like, I want to be a K-pop star. I want to be a K-pop star.
I love
So
that.
I was really into it. I like started learning Korean because I was like, yeah, I'm moving to Korea next year.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. But they like because you're not Korean.
Yeah.
You're not Korean. So I'd be like, unless you went to Korea, are there any like K-pop stars in Korea who aren't Korean?
There's like a ton of Chinese K-pop stars and
Ah, that's
like
lovely.
Japanese K-pop stars because like not gonna lie, you can't like a lot of East Asians they can like pass each
Yeah.
other, so
He said it works. It
it
works.
works.
You're cracking me up, bro.
Yeah.
um. Okay. So I have a background in like classical music, vocal. I'm a baritone and just like high school and things of that nature. I'm always wanted to learn piano. Um, Most of the things that I want to know, like from a classical background, is how do you implement that to even if you try and be a K-pop star, even just like the music that you're making today.
Yeah, so after like the whole middle school K-pop shenanigans, I like went to high school, and
Hmm.
then that's like when COVID started,
Yeah.
like April, like March, April.
Hmm.
So I was just home. I was a band lab COVID baby. So
Okay. Fair
I
enough.
started
Fair
on
enough.
band lab.
Oh, Band Lab. We love Band
Yeah.
Lab.
I was really inspired by Billie Eilish at the time, so I was like
Yeah.
trying to imitate her and like make Billie Eilish chord music.
Oh, lovely.
I feel like her voice is like so unique. I like it like only she can like make that kind of music. So I
Yeah.
was like it was not sounding good for me. So
Fair enough.
I
Fair
like
enough.
eventually like developed my own style. In terms of like being classically trained, I feel like it's really helpful for like having a music theory background because when
Hmm.
I like produce my songs or like write, I'll like know what chords to pick. I'll like figure out.
That's awesome. So you still work on Band Lab?
No, I switched to Logic last year.
Oh, lovely. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's a big step for like anyone who doesn't know, like working from like the phone to or the like audio like technician software. It's like it's dope.
Yeah.
Um so I would also say how would you describe your sound?
Sound. It's like a so I described it as like pop infused with R&B and rap.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Sometimes I also do like folk ballads.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, first of all, rapping. I'm a rapper. I like to rap. I define myself as a poet, but it's an easier transition. Things that you like to make music about.
Ooh, relationships, identity, and mental health.
Yeah,
It's a big three.
fair enough. That's the big three. That's honestly the big three. Do you have any like what's your favorite line? Like artist to artist, what's your favorite line for yours?
Online. Oh, okay. So it's my song "Love to Waste."
Mm.
It's you're making promises. Wait, shit. It's okay. You're making promises you can't keep, but I still fall. And yeah, I'm trying
Come
again.
on, you got it.
You're making promises you can't keep, and yet I still fall for you. So possessive, like an apostrophe, for someone who doesn't have, who,
Wrap it
for
up.
someone who doesn't even. Oh, you know, oh wait, I'll just sing it. That'll make
Type shit.
No. You're making promises you can't keep. Yeah, I still fall for you. Yeah. So possessive like an apostrophe. For someone who doesn't have a clue. Whoa. Okay.
We might even have to have like a little ending. That was good. It was good enough. No, no tapping. That was awesome. That's a bar. That's like an apostrophe. That's like an intellectual bar. I love that. I love that so much. Um, okay, so having this classical background, you're upgraded to Logic. So I mean, you're sitting down and you're creating your chords. What do you feel as though like, is like the main chord that you use?
Ooh, it's definitely like a 4-3-6-5.
Yeah.
Like a Sabrina Carpenter's Nonsense. That one
Okay.
uses it.
Okay. Can you like explain that? So fourth, what is that? The four?
Yeah, so it's like a like in the key of C it would be like F major 7, E minor 7, or E dominant
Okay.
7 if you want. A minor 7 and G.
You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game. I'm telling you, like a lot of people, they when it comes to even a lot of even producers like beginning, like they don't even know stuff like that. So I think when it comes to like a classical background, that helps tremendously when it comes to making like pop music, but any music, truly.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, do you have a favorite song of yours as of now?
Ooh. I don't know. I was working on it last night. Not last night. I was like, every time I make a new song, it's like my new favorite. But
Yeah.
currently, I'm gonna have to say either "Love to Waste" or "Closer." One of my two most recent songs.
Yeah, you just put those out?
Yeah, I just "Closer" came out on Valentine's Day, and "Love to Waste" came out last year, October 5th.
Okay, beautiful. Um, when did you, so do you release like your music on like all platforms, stuff like that?
Yeah, I use DistroKid, so it's like
Oh, dope. So it's
every
everywhere.
single.
That's awesome. Same. When did you drop your first track and what motivated that?
So my first track was "Weather" that came out in August 25th, 2020.
Mm.
And that was inspired by like I was trying to describe like
It's 2024.
yeah. I was trying to describe like psychological landscape. So
Yeah.
like how the weather reflected my emotions. So I was like going through like thunderstorms, tsunamis, like weather.
I love that. I love that. Um, feedback. So I know as an artist, like I'm really big on getting people's feedback. I feel as though if I can't perform it in front of my friends and family, then like then maybe I shouldn't put it out. Or if I don't feel confident enough performing it in front of my friends and family, maybe I shouldn't put it out. Like, do you perform in front of your friends and family, and how to heart do you take that feedback?
So I don't know. I like when I'm looking for feedback, I usually send it to like my best friends, just like clips of this, like me in the studio, just like recording the monitor.
Yeah.
Or like if I'm like in the mixing stage, I'll send it to my friend Elliot Sabah.
Oh, lovely. I think we know Elliot,
Yeah.
right? We know Elliot. I didn't know his last name, Sabah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, DJL.
DJL.
So he's amazing. He taught me everything I know about like mixing and mastering.
Oh,
So
dope. Elliot's
I'll
a
like
master.
send it to his Discord server and like he'll give feedback. And it's
Okay,
like,
dope. So the pros you get feedback from, but like if a friend tells you, I don't like this part, like how, like if a friend says I don't like if they try to get technical with you. Like, I don't know. I feel as though I I want my people's like feedback, honestly, but it's hard to be like, I don't know. I want to know like what from what to what. If you're sending it to your friend, like if like what feedback would you take and actually change, and what feedback would you be like, nah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, so I'll send it to my best friend and he'll be like, I don't like that synth, or like I don't like the melody like
Yeah.
in this like verse or something.
Hmm.
And I'll like be like listening it back, and I'll be thinking of like his music taste and like the songs I've listened like with him on the car ride to
Yeah.
like church.
Fair enough.
And I'll be like, and then I'll like be like, I'll try to like write something else to like replace it kind of.
Mm.
And if I can't think of anything, I'll just like leave it as is. Like,
Okay.
so
Fair enough. Fair enough. I like that.
yeah.
Um. So I have to ask this: do you perform?
Yeah, I started performing like since a very young age actually. So I started out with like piano recitals and stuff.
Hmm.
I've performed at Carnegie Hall like 3 times on
Oh, that's lovely.
like piano competitions in New York City.
That's dope. That's really dope.
And for like singing and stuff, I started in my first in-person performance was at the Neutral Zone
Oh,
in
dope.
2021, I believe.
2021, lovely.
2022.
Can I ask how old you are?
Right now, I'm 18.
18. Dope, dope. I don't know. You don't look 18. I'll say that. You don't
Yeah.
look 18, but also you seem as though you may look the same age for a long time.
Yeah, they say Asians don't raisin.
That's what they say. I'm done. And so first performance, how did that go?
It's kind of scary, just a little,
Mhm.
because I was like, I don't know. It was actually I felt like, honestly I can't recall it, but like it was really fun actually.
You enjoyed it.
Like for the last part, I was like, people wanted an encore, so I was like fumbling to like pick in Billie Eilish cover
That
to sing.
feels so good. Like, oh God, that's
So
awesome.
I was trying to put like sing like "I Love You" by Billie Eilish while playing the guitar, but I didn't know like the bridge for that part, so I was like, it was not great for that section. But overall, I had a
Oh.
great time.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. You are starting your music career. You're 18, started 4 years ago, 14. Like, you're starting your music career relatively early. What benefits do you feel as though that gives you when you go
Yeah.
into like crowds?
So I feel like it's like I know like as a personal philosophy, I feel like it gives me time to like experiment a lot and see what's good, what's bad, what works, what doesn't,
Yeah.
and just like having all that like experience and like data collected
Mm-hmm.
about like what works.
Yeah.
And I feel like having that like lets me just like inform my future decisions and like how to perform, like what strategies to use like when like promoting music or like
Yeah.
in shows.
Fair enough. When you get into these spaces, when you're performing, or even when you're looking for people to work with, it's easy to be like, oh, I'm like, especially when you're working with other artists, it's easy for like other artists to be like, want to coach you. But I would like to say like everyone's not in a position to like, especially coach an artist as you are. But I do want to ask, are there anybody outside of Elliot? We love Elliot. Shout out Elliot. Anybody that you would take up advice from in this music career that you're meeting?
Yeah, so my friend Nadim Azam, or
Nadim, we
my
love Nadim.
my previous songwriting music industry and like basically mentor, like
That's
for my
beautiful. We
entire
just
music
did an
career.
interview with Nadim.
Yeah, he like we. So I went to the Neutral Zone when I in like sophomore year, so like late 2020 going into 2021. That's like when I got to know Nadim, because I got like a Neutral Zone flyer in my mail, so I was like,
Oh,
this
that's
seems cool.
dope.
So I started in his songwriting class, and like we met weekly, and it was just like it just took off from there. Like,
Oh, that's dope. Songwriting class. I've always
Yeah.
thought about like doing a songwriting class. Can you like tell me a few things that you learned in that songwriting class?
yeah, so we just like went over like the like greatest artists of like all time, like basically, and like we saw like what they did in their songs,
Mm.
and I remember clearly like one week it was like he showed me I forgot what the show was called. It was like a docu series on Netflix about like breaking down artist songs. So like Alicia
Mm.
Keys, like 3 Hour Drive or something,
Yeah.
and
Continue, please.
Alicia Keys 3 Hour Drive. Like they just like broke down the song, and like we were just like taking note of like everything that happened, and like it was
Mm.
like a really informative experience.
I love that. Do you feel as though you use any of that learning experience in your music today?
Yeah, definitely. Like I feel like I don't know. It's like so much. I got like a lot out of it, but I can't pinpoint like one specific thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Um, I, um, hmm. I don't know. Every week it was just like personalized like feedback for songs. It wasn't like there wasn't like really a like units or anything. It was
Yeah, yeah,
just like here's my song. Let me know how you what you think and what I can do better.
fair
So
enough. So, like I said, I'm a writer as well, and I feel as though the science behind writing, the math behind writing, like the things that like don't broke if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Things that are about writing. I feel as though if as the more you do it, the more you figure out those formulas. Um, but it's hard to merge that with art because art is like and being an artist is like, okay, I'm not gonna go with any formula. I'm just gonna create. Um, I do want to know the things that you like, the math behind it that you feel as though is benefiting you. I know. I think in the beginning of creating, it's easy to go with the verse, chorus, verse kind of stance and kind of just like stick to it. Just put that out. But I'm learning that that's maybe not how I create. Do you have any ways that you create that's kind of outside of the norm?
yeah, so when I first started, I was like a verse pre-chorus chorus, verse
Yeah,
pre-chorus chorus, bridge chorus type of guy.
fair enough.
Um I like I started experimenting with like melodic rap, and
Mm.
then like whenever I made like a like one of those songs, it would be like just like I would like I wouldn't be like thinking about the structure. I would just like be saying like
Yeah.
what I wanted to say, and like singing the melodies I wanted to sing.
Hmm.
And at the end it would be like verse, chorus, chorus, verse. I don't know. Like I'm
Yeah.
just like verse, chorus still, but like I would be like less like cognizant of like what structure it had and more
Yeah.
so about
And
like
just
the
let it
sound.
come out you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey,
Um,
so random question. The boy in the cloud. Who the fuck's the cloud? And why did blue come first? And why did red come second?
Oh yeah, so the boy in the cloud, the blue and the red is an allusion to my other songs, Blue and Red. Um in my EP Wander that came out in 2022. So
I was in the gym like all day, just I got 100 plays of that song.
no, I was like I was looking at my Spotify for artists, and it was like, damn, who's listening to this song? Now I know. But yeah.
But then yeah, I was in the YMCA just crying like over that song. Like,
a boy in the cloud. Can we hear a little bit of it, like near the end, or even now? I'm down for now.
Dude,
what
if
was
I
it
remember the
about?
lyrics, oh my god,
Fair
I have
enough.
What was it
so
about?
Oh, so it was about like did you see the animated music video? So it's like I like hand animated a music video for it, and it was like a um what's it called? So it's about like this boy meeting this cloud, and like the cloud like hurting the boy, and then at the end it reveals that the cloud was like bullied by some other clouds. So it's like about like generational trauma, but also like just like how like pain can like travels through the world, and
Mm,
how like once like you bring hurt into the world, it's like kind of hard to get rid of.
yeah.
So like sources of like pain.
Okay.
And blue and red are like I know when I made those two songs, it was like I was trying to like capture two emotions. Like this, like Blue is like this like a cappella like thing that starts in the beginning and it like evolves into this orchestral arrangement, and it's like really like melancholic, but also like airy vibes, like
Yeah.
Gates of Heaven. Red is like I was going for like this grungy like I don't even know what it is. After I like it's like
I gotta go around with that catalog.
yeah, it's kind of weird. Not gonna lie, I don't really like it, but it's
It remind me of Lil Nas X. How you say you want to be like Lil Nas is like that give me that vibe. I listen to it. I listen to your catalog.
so yeah, so those like two emotions like juxtaposed next to each other is like it gives that like whole range of emotions. So like in The Boy in the Cloud, it's like my name is Blue. Sometimes I go by red. So it's like I think it's talking about like mood swings,
Hmm.
I guess.
I like that. I like that a
Up
lot.
to interpretation.
Closer. So you're a lover boy. You're like-
Closer. So yeah, that one's about fuckboys.
Is that you?
Is that you? Are you a fuckboy?
Oh no, it's about like other fuckboys.
Okay.
No,
Fair
so
enough.
like
Fair enough.
cut the camera.
Cut the camera. Okay.
I'll say,
Don't wanna be
wow,
doing
what
this,
came
so-
about it? How did it come about that?
Oh yeah, so I hooked up with a guy in like this first semester, and then
You like boys, Mark?
yeah, I like
You like boys,
I
Mark?
like
Fair enough.
Mhm.
And so you write music about that experience.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope shit.
Totally different.
Do you get that a lot? Like people aren't like people. I don't know. I feel like it's easy to just assume people are straight. Like
Yeah.
so, when people figure that out, is it like a mind blowing experience, or is it just like
Yeah,
it is?
yeah, it's a whole ass like another conversation, but like
You doing hoes too, right?
what?
You do hoes too, right? Or just dudes?
Yeah, do
Just
people
dudes.
assume you're bi? Wow.
No, I feel like I'm pretty straight passing,
Yeah, you do. Wow.
but like
You can really fit into any crowd. Like, look at you, chameleon.
no, real because like I'm not to like hate on like expressing like
Yeah,
yourself,
people who
but,
are like,
I don't want to
yeah.
get hate crimes. so-
I feel that. I feel that a
I'm
lot.
We was literally talking about last night. You said, to me, I think it's gay shit, though. Like, they said something called gay bashing. Like, they beat up gay people. I was like, that's gay. That whole process is gay because, like, why you mad?
Why you mad? Exactly.
But yeah, Closer, it's about fuckboys. Like, oh, my favorite line from it. So it goes like, you kissed my neck, and now it burns 2 days later. You win and I confess, I hate you, but I want more of your flavor. So that's like the verse one.
I ain't gonna lie, that's gay, but I still, it's like, I feel it.
Now you know it's gay because you know it's gay.
No, but I feel the exact same thing. I know exactly, I went through the exact same thing.
Yeah. So
Anybody can relate. Anybody can relate. I love that.
That urgent care for that burn 2 days.
Do your parents know? I just want to know. Like, how many people know?
yeah,
Nigga, you doing it on
so
the interview. Everybody know.
my parents know, my friends know, my church knows.
Wow, that's dope.
M Live doesn't know yet, but
M Live, M Live, hit him up.
no, I had an interview with M Live for like The Boy in the Cloud,
Huh.
and I was like talking about my like Chinese background and like that was basically it.
Yeah.
My music
But
stuff.
certain time left. All right, I'm gonna ask real shit. All right, so with the Asian little dick thing, does that get tiresome? How do you get over it?
Oh my goodness, boy, boy.
I don't know. I don't feel like a lot of people like say that shit.
Yeah, nobody give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't.
If she's seeing your penis, then what the fuck? Like, you bitch, you here? Like, what are you talking about? My fault. Nigga, you here? Boy, you here? What is going on? What are you talking about?
I mean, like I didn't really like experience a lot of bullying in like growing up in Ann Arbor, like even in like middle school or high school. So
Yeah, I feel like they just like us for real. Like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
we like
No.
brothers from another mother. That's how I feel.
Do you feel like minority?
it's like it's weird because like there's like the model minority myth, which is like all Asians are like the like they like rank the minorities, and it's
Yeah,
like they're like putting us against each other, and it's like,
yeah.
bro, we're all
That's
just
most
like,
definitely a thing.
yeah. And I feel like Asian people like we have like a like East Asian specifically, like with lighter skin, like they think of like they I feel like we have more privilege than like,
Yeah,
because it's like we're like, I'm pretty sure like the statistics says that like we have the highest like income in
yeah.
like the US, and like the highest like education background, and like all
I
that
feel
stuff,
that.
like test scores and stuff. And I feel like people use that to justify that like we're not marginalized.
Yeah, I feel that a lot. Yeah, I get that. But I'll say this. This is why I feel like as though like it's not even, well, people, this is the surface level thing is like anime and hip hop. That's the surface level thing. But if you want to get into like a deeper level, it's just like I feel as though the dynamic in America, it's similar to not being seen for like who you are, like culturally, like that people are really trying to typecast you as it's everything is within the guise of whiteness. So like it's people, when people look at us, it's like what can I use? It's like what.
Like,
It's
how
like,
can this benefit
yeah,
me?
how can this benefit me? It's like, I'm not really trying to know you. I'm not really trying to know like who you are. Cause I don't really give a fuck about that. Cause usually I can't relate. Like, and I feel as though a lot of times that's when like, okay. And I feel like we as like Asian people and Black people, we both value respecting elders. We both value like culture. We have very specific cultures that are each our own, but also it's like very intricate, and a lot of people don't have that.
I wish I had more, because like all my friends, well, first of all, I don't like growing up, I was like pretty like shy, so I didn't like really, I had friends. I mean, let me rephrase that.
Take your time.
Nah, we ain't that media.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like I'm really selective with my friends, because it's like I have like fewer friends than like, I have few friends, but like they're like really close. So it's like,
I feel that.
And like I feel like in high school specifically, like everyone just like stuck with their like, they like self-segregated into their own like,
that's a thing as well,
like friend groups with like that shared like similar cultures.
Yeah, I feel that a lot,
because it's easier to like attract people that like shares like something.
Yeah, so similarities.
So I feel like I like the first time I like I feel like I'm making like more Black friends through music, because like
the art.
Yeah, like
the art brings us together. My fault.
Because like Black people literally like carried the music industry in America.
Type shit.
And it's like,
I'm glad you said it. Okay, so last but not least, I just want to know your plans for the future, plans for this year specifically.
Yeah, so I'm trying to like drop some more songs, maybe an EP, maybe a full-length album,
that's lovely.
Or two.
That's lovely.
But I feel like my style is like, I've been really like experimenting with like R&B and like more hip hop. So I'm trying to like do that more, and just like, I don't know, make bangers that are like super catchy.
Type shit. You gotta tap in. We work with you for sure.